Okay, for my project, I'm going to be presenting cavalactones. And what are cavalactones? Cavalactones are found in the kava plant, which is a perennial shrub from the pepper family. Researchers have been studying kava for over 100 years, and there are 18 different types of cavalactones that have been identified. Since these compounds are lactones, they are all organic compounds containing oxygen with similar structures. Between 1913 and 1933, chemists began to isolate these compounds to discover the psychoactive ingredients which are in the shrub. The major psychoactive agents in the kava have been narrowed down to include six specific kavalactones that interact in a way that creates a unique experience for anyone who ingests them. They are found mainly in the root of the kava plant and not necessarily in any other part of the plant. In fact, in the leaves, there are alkaloids that are very harmful to people. And these are the chemical structures of the six specific cavalactones. And where are these cavalactones? As mentioned, cavalactones are found in the kava plant, and the kava plant is native to regions of Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. It requires a very wet environment and grows to be nearly 6 feet tall. Kava is derived from the Polynesian word awa, which means bitter. Although it was first domesticated about 3,000 years ago in Vanuatu, it was spread throughout various regions of the Oceania by Austronesian colonists. It was still is used as an offering to important guests because it promoted friendly social discourse along with feelings of peace and relaxation. And what this is an image of a traditional kava ceremony and chants of where they take cavalactones and kava. And this brings us into who uses cavalactones and why. Kava has a long history of traditional use in the South Pacific. Oftentimes, it is combined with coconut milk and water to make a bitter drink used for different purposes. It can be used for ceremonial purposes, drunk as a ritual to celebrate fertility and health, and it is also drunk during funerals. It is believed to have a sacred significance, enabling members of the community to communicate with the spirit world. It can also be used socially and for medical purposes. Many colonists in the late 1800s and early 1900s respected the kava drink. However, there were other colonists that banned the drink, considering it to be immoral because it was seen as an inebriating substance due to its psychoactivity. During the 1990s, many Western countries began to manufacture and sell kava products, mainly in the form of a pill to treat anxiety. During the early 2000s, many of these products were banned due to safety concerns. And this is just an example of how kava would be advertised. And it's advertised for an anxiety disorder and the amount of cavalactones which you should ingest and how cavalactones are ingested. As noted in the previous slide, kava can be used for different purposes. It could be used during ceremonies, social gatherings, and for medicinal reasons. Oftentimes, the kava root is peeled and prepared by pulmonizing or masticating it before mixing it with water and coconut milk. This is how the more traditional drink is prepared, and it is served in a coconut shell. It can also be processed and mixed into almost any food or beverage. In the 1990s, many pharmaceutical manufacturers in Western countries developed pills and capsules to help decrease anxiety. However, after 2002, many countries have banned this product because of possible negative side effects, including toxicity and death. The US does offer this product, it still offers kava, but it is banned in the United Kingdom, the European Union, and Canada. This water soluble psychoactive substance has been proven scientifically to provide various benefits to those who ingest it. It can help to decrease anxiety, improve sleep, improve cognition, act as a local anesthetic, provide muscle relaxation, inhibit convulsions, and fight against certain bacteria that cause illness. And these are just different images of cavalactones and different ways to ingest them. You have a plant, pills, candy, etc. And some negative, diving more into the negative side effects and toxicity. Several different negative side effects may have been experienced by kava users. Not everyone experiences negative side effects. It has been noted that when kava consumption increases, there is an increased risk of experiencing negative side effects. When the consumption is decreased or stopped, and the negative side effect often goes away. It is therefore recommended that when kava is ingested, it be in moderation, so not to take too much of it. The most common negative side effects are bloodshot eyes and the development of a skin rash. It can cause double vision and body sway. Visual and auditory sensitivity is also common. Sometimes people experience memory lapses as well. In recent years, kava has been linked to liver damage and even death, resulting in the pharmaceutical use of kava to be banned in many countries, as mentioned before. In most cases, those that suffered liver damage ingested the kavas through pills and capsules. And the next slide is from Fiji's Ministry of Health and Medical Services and gives us both a picture and description of possible major negative side effects. And these are just, I mean, there's a lot of possible negative side effects that I probably don't have time to go through all of them, but you kind of get the picture that they're ingesting kava could really cause a lot of problems. Cavalactones produce changes in the body and the brain. Cavalactones are organic substances that are water soluble, allowing them to pass the blood brain barrier. They can affect various parts of the body to produce various somatic experiences. Kava has been studied because the cavalactones can produce local anesthesia, and it was determined that this is primarily due to the cavein. Unfortunately, it can cause nerve damage if overused. 6 particular cavalactones have been determined to be psychoactive and produce changes in the brain and how the brain functions. Research has primarily focused on how cavalactones can decrease feelings of anxiety without significantly altering cognitive function. The substance assists in allowing GABA receptors in the brain to excite the chloride channel, allowing chloride ions to cross the membrane into the neuron to hyperpolarize the cell or at least counteract any sodium entering the cell through excitatory synapses. This results in decreased feelings of anxiety. Research has also shown that cavalactones in moderate doses can improve cognitive functioning by decreasing neuronal reuptake of noradrenaline. And this is just a picture of how kava, like what parts of the brain are affected by kava, which is mostly the limbic system of the brain. And so, as a summary, we know where cavalactones are from, which is Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. We also learned why it's used, and we also learned about what it does to you in your body. And these are my references, and that is it.